You are about to enter the world of the Minidisc. Yes, Minidisc came out in the early 90s and was Sony's answer to recordable compact discs, which at the time either didn't exist or was too expensive for most of us to own. So Sony came along and using their magneto-optical technology, they created these little rewritable discs, and they use magnetics as well as optics. So you can record and play back music. And it was very cool. It was very simple. Had very quick access to your tunes. They had pre-recorded ones back in the day, and these came in a case like this, very similar to a CD case. It's almost like almost like an homage to the CD case, but this is a couple of classical discs that I have here. Here's another one with some classical Wagner on it. So there you go. Got the little Minidisc logo down there in the corner. What I have here on the table today is the JVC, and it's an XM-448 Minidisc recorder. And this one's a little puzzling because it works when it really wants to. And when it decides to work, it works fine. And it just takes a little persuasion to get it to work. So, I don't know, the functions on it are pretty basic. You have, your power button over here. It turns it on. You got this cool green light right here. Now this green light becomes red when you're recording. That's pretty sweet. You've got this multifunctional display here. So the Minidisc had something that the compact disc didn't have until later, and it still isn't very common, and that's text. So you could record on your song, record your songs on the disc, and you could put titles on them, which is really neat. And then later, Sony came out with portable discs that you could hook to, or portable players that you could hook to your computer, and you could literally take a CD and rip it down to one of these mini discs, and it would pull the song titles off the internet and display them on the front of your player, which was really cool and very innovative at the time. We have play mode, repeat, display, character, input selector, so it's like analog versus digital. We have a title, edit, set, enter, little scroll wheel here to scroll through the songs. And it actually has like a calendar display for all of your songs. So as you turn the dial, the numbers move across that. There's a little what do you call that? Level meter, dB meter down here on the side to set your record level. And your normal controls over on this side, your record, pause, stop, cancel, play, pause, and go backwards slowly and go forwards slowly as well, or fast, depending on the way you look at it. So here I've taken a Michael Jackson CD, the title Dangerous, and I've put it on here. And what's funny is, will it actually read the disc? That is the question of the day. So let's see how it does here. It says table of contents reading right there. And more than likely, it's going to error out, which is the problem I have with this unit. Now I've had two of these JVC units, and both of them did exactly the same thing. So there you go. Now we got disk error. Let's go inside of it real quick and just kind of show you the interior under the hood. This is your mechanism here for your disc playback, and you can see the title of the disc hanging out right there. Let's go ahead and eject it so you can see how that looks. All right, so there is your laser, which is very much like a CD pickup in there. You can see that in there, and then there's like a magnetic head that comes down on the disc to basically erase it as you are recording. And the circuitry in this thing is very basic, very small and simple. You got your power transformer and your playback and record circuitry right there. There's really not much to it. I mean, look at all this empty space over here. They could have like put another disc player inside of here or something. It's ridiculous. So let's just persuade this a little bit. See if we can persuade it. Maybe get it to read the disc. This is pretty much one of the discs that I can get it to read after annoying it for a little bit. We'll see if we can annoy it. Sometimes you got to eject. And it might read it this time. There it goes. Look at that. It's reading it. So then we hit play. I've got it hooked up to a little set of speakers here on the side. Come on, you can do it. Come on, play the disc. Nope, doesn't want to. See what I mean? It plays when it wants to. And you say, well, how come you haven't fixed this thing yet? Well, I really don't know what to do to fix it. I mean, if somebody out there has an idea, it's not because of a dirty laser. Definitely cleaned it before. But see how I moved to the next song and it actually scrolls the title on the front, which is neat. Come on, play it. Come on, you can do it. Let's see if it'll do it. To be honest with you, it looks like the disc isn't even turning right now. That may be part of the problem. Of course, you can't spin the disc because you can't reach the disc. Tells me it's a 76-minute disc. Almost 77 minutes. Here, let's smack it around a little more here. Now I can see the disc spinning at this point. All right. There it goes. So, yep. So now you can hear what the music sounds like. You have very quick access to each one of the songs, just like a good CD player would do. If I remember correctly, these discs hold about 130 meg, something like that. So you've definitely got compressed audio on here, very similar to an MP3, but it's called A-Track, A-T-R-A-C, A-Track, not 8-track, but A-Track was the original codec. And later they came out with other versions like the High MD, which was a high definition disc, I guess. It held a lot more information. But if you compare the pre-recorded disc to a homemade recording disc, see the differences there. On the homemade one, you can pretty much see the disc inside. And the store-bought version there, you can see that there's the song titles on the outside of the disc itself. Kind of neat. You've got a little thingy here that you can click the tab, very much like on a cassette, to prevent accidental erasure. Just in case, on the spine here, you've got the name of the music on there. It is very likely not going to read this disc. Sometimes if I put this one in first and get it all nice and warmed up, then it'll read the next disc. But, oh, there we go. It says Wagner, famous overtures. Of course, when you make a video, you always expect machinery to be on its worst behavior because you're recording it, but it's actually doing pretty decent. Got off to a rough start there. The Flying Dutchman. So after it scrolls the name of the song, then it will display over here the minutes and seconds that are elapsed on the song. So this is Minidisc, guys. It's kind of a cool format. It's I hate to be mean, but I don't think it sounds as good as digital compact cassette. And I've owned both formats. I've recorded on both formats. And digital compact cassette has a brighter, more punchy sound to it, in my opinion. Minidisc sounds kind of dull and lifeless to me. But I'm only working with the original codec, the original 8-track. I think it's 8-track 1. So later versions of that codec were improvements on it. But this is the original that we're looking at here. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a little quick introduction to the Minidisc format. Leave a comment and share it with your friends. And please subscribe. to my channel. And I thank you for watching. Goodbye.